Hi, I'm Shaquita Graham here with my friend Nomalanga Mhlauli-Moses. Together, we're Married Women's Business. You can find us at marriedwomensbiz.com. We urge you to get your free copy of the Black Family Power magazine by going to mwbshow.com. Listen, oh my God, we have had tears looking at these memes about Stacey Dash. Stacey. That's just how irrelevant she's become. It's so hilarious. So basically, we all know that Stacey Dash was just fired by Trump's administration at Fox, so-called administration at Fox. But anyway, she was working there for 3 years. And an article, I'm paraphrasing, said that over the past few years, the 50-year-old's public stance had her defending President Donald Trump during his campaign, calling for a ban on BET, and a lot of other offensive things she said about the Black community, and just really kind of just dug in against Black people and Black issues, and kind of just had a little laugh with those people who were working against our agenda and basically joking about us in our times of sorrow. So Twitter went in on her. Noma, what do you think? Was it worth it for Stacey to do all of this for this contract for 3 years?
Well, the first thing about Stacey Dash is I never actually took her seriously because, I mean, she really seemed ditzy. And nothing she said was really coherent. It was just stupid. She just regurgitated things that she heard white racists say, and she just basically repeated it. And I mean, if she's so dumb to realize that when they say those things, they're saying it about her too. I really never took her seriously. But the more serious thing that we ought to consider is that Stacey Dash was obviously doing this for a paycheck. We have to ask the question, now that it's all said and done, she's been fired, she did have that job for 3 years, was it worth it? And I say no, because now nobody wants her. Those same people who were putting her on a pedestal because she said horrible things about Black people, now they've dumped her because they have no use for her. And now, good luck coming back amongst Black people and saying, although, I mean, Black people do have that weird tendency of forgiving the most unforgivable things and taking people back. But good luck to her. What is she going to do now? Where is she going to work? Where is she going to speak and be taken seriously?
Yeah, this is the thing. People say, well, everybody in this scenario is a victim of white supremacy. We shouldn't talk about people. And I understand from the standpoint of we're all making sacrifices in some way to cope with white supremacy. We're all...
I have to stop you. This woman is 50 years old.
And I mean, I'm going in that direction, but I do want to acknowledge those people who are constantly trying to shame us and tell us that we shouldn't laugh at these people. We shouldn't chastise these people because, we're all in some way supporting, if you will, white supremacy or compromising. But here's the thing. We are going to laugh at her, especially in extended cut. We're going to show a lot of memes. We're going to do a lot of laughing because anybody that is that willful, determined, and dangerous to our community, they should be confronted. And this is the thing with this whole philosophy about the so-called forgive. Okay, when you're talking about forgiving, that's something that's between you and God, in my opinion. I'm not trying to tell anybody about how to walk out their religion or to believe in God or not, but I'm just saying that sometimes we take that forgiveness thing and we move it too far. When somebody has a gun pointed to your head, that's not the time to be focusing on how do I forgive this person and make them feel forgiven. No, this is the time to defend yourself. This is the time to get free, keep and save and protect your life. These people who do these things are dangerous to our children. They're dangerous to our lives. So she put our lives on the line. She enabled white supremacy to continue spewing out these narratives, and she co-signed it and supported it, and now they're firing her after 3 years. This is the thing. The last thing I want to say about this right now is that I think that we have to ask ourselves, you know, what is our value? There's other ways we can make money. And like you said, she's 50. When I was 17, 18, 19 years old, sometimes I thought making money, you know, was worth, you know, whatever I was going to get out of it, or, you know, something that I felt like maybe like now I wouldn't dare do. But at this time, when you know your value, you're like, look, I can make money a million different ways. I don't need this money from these white people who hate Black people, you know, and I'm not saying all white people. I'm saying those that hate Black people, those who have an agenda, a strong propaganda campaign. You know, do we need their awards? Do we need their contracts? Yeah, I mean, in some way we are getting money from white people, but how can you leverage that for yourself and for your community without jeopardizing and hurting your community? I think those are the questions we need to ask. And people who don't have that compass, that moral compass, yeah, we should take jabs at them, just like they're taking jabs at us.
Right. And, you know, Stacey Dash is a perfect example of how you can have this fake power, fake fame, fake feeling good and being important and all this other stuff, because for a while they made her relevant. They made her feel like she was important, and she probably didn't feel broke. She didn't feel marginalized. You see what I'm saying? But all of this is fake. And that's what happens when you build your house on somebody else's land. So now they're taking back their land, and they dumped her and threw her out just like they did the garbage. And here she is. She's just like anybody else who built nothing and did nothing. And here's the lesson for the rest of us. Yes. I mean, I talk a lot about people not working jobs, especially for the corporations that I call plantations. I talk a lot about that. But let me tell you something. If you're using it to leverage, like you said, something for yourself, then so be it. You know, there's no shame in working a job if that's what you need to do to feed your family while you build something else. But if everything that you're doing is going into this place, again, building on somebody else's land, the day they throw you out, you have nothing. And I think that's what she did, because the thing is, she was doing such dangerous things, like you said, and hurtful things that nobody's going to want to touch her now.
And I am not going to build anything on top of me tearing down my people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we go to work, we punch a time clock. Yeah, we help these different corporations, but I'm not going to get on a camera and just put my people on blast, man. I'm not going to see my people slain in the street and just turn the other cheek when I have a platform where I can speak up. I'm not going to sit on the side of the enemy of myself, my people, and laugh with them and support their views. I just can't sink that low. It can't be that bad. And you said something during the All Black National Convention. I'd rather grow tomatoes and you know, sustain myself off of a garden in my backyard than, you know, just sell my soul to the devil like that. And I think that Omarosa and the other minions that are being used are going to see this same experience. And just like the Jewish Nazi collaborators did, after they finished throwing all their people in the oven, they were thrown in the oven. So, you know, I think that's where it's at. And we'll talk more about it. But, you know, I think this is a good time where people should think about what are ways that, you know, we can create economic strength in our own communities. And that's why I created the blacktechguy.net. The Black Tech, it's called blacktechguy.net. And I talk about ways to get involved in technology as a career, a business, a startup, whatever. And then,
in other ways, to build streams of income.
Yeah. And of course, we're always talking about, we just did a webinar, Winning in Business and Marriage. You can get at marriedwomensbiz.com. So we're talking about how Black families can work together to build wealth and at the same time keep stability in the home. So
excellent. I'm glad you brought that up, because then we can also mention the webinar that we just did yesterday, Winning in Business and Marriage, which will be up. It will be up later today, so you can actually check it out. It's at the website, marriedwomensbiz.com. But I do want to get out of here so we can go to our go to our lounge, and the lounge is the Married Women's Business Lounge. Is so fun because we get to laugh a lot, we get to be more free, and we get to talk about things without worrying about being censored. So I'm done talking here so we can get to the lounge.
All right, guys. Thank you, Nomalanga. Thank you guys for viewing. We'll see you over at marriedwomensbiz.com.
Thanks, guys.